I'm a chef, and today I'm going to teach you how to make Brazo De Reina. If you never had it before, it's this roll filled with Dulce De Leche inside, and it just melts in your mouth. And I begged my mom for the recipe, and she finally shared it with me. So I'm glad I get to share it with you guys. So I'm going to start with 6 eggs, and I'm going to separate them. And I'm going to put my egg whites in my mixing bowl. And you can use any mixer. I'm going to use a KitchenAid right now, but you can use some handheld. It's fine. And I'm going to take my egg yolks. So I was talking to my mom, and she said the reason that hers is super spongy is that she uses very little flour. So the less flour you use, the more spongy and the more moist it is. So you want to use a lot of eggs and very little flour. So I'm going to keep dividing these, and I'm going to keep showing you what to do. So I separated my eggs, and so I'm going to take 3/4 of a cup of flour, and I'm going to add 1.5 of baking powder. And so we're trying to decipher the recipe because my mom doesn't measure anything. So she measures with this spoon, and she adds 6 at a time and things like that. So we're trying to figure it out. But it's gonna turn out wonderful. And we had a bet going that I told her was half a cup of sugar, and she kept saying no, but it was half a cup. Okay, I'm gonna move over here to beat the egg whites. Come on. Start beating my egg whites, and once they're fluffy, I'm gonna start adding my sugar. Whisking away. Okay, I'm gonna cut parchment paper to fit a cookie sheet, and this is it's like a baking sheet. I'm gonna really spray this with cooking spray. You can use a little bit of oil or butter, but you really want it really well greased because you don't want your roll to stick, and you want to grease on both sides. I'm gonna let that sit for a second, and I'm gonna get my other ingredients. So my eggs are ready, and I'm gonna add my egg yolk. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna add my flour little by little, and I'm gonna lightly fold it in because I do not want to deflate those folds. And this very little flour is more like a little souffle. I think what we're doing here. Keep moving your bowl. I'm folding little by little, and they require patience. So I'm moving my bowl, and I'm making little rounds. Making movements. That's what you do. If you've seen me make macarons, it's the same process. So you do not want to deflate these bubbles. Okay, so we're gonna add these baking batter in here. Spread it. It's pretty fluffy. It's like a sponge. It's pretty much like a sponge cake. And we're gonna pop it in the oven. I'm gonna get it as smooth as I can, and I'm gonna pop it in the oven at 350. And I'll tell you how long, okay? Big spatula to do the job. I use this to decorate my cakes. So. Sometimes your cakes are right too. Okay, there we go. Super smooth. Okay. It's been 18.5 minutes exactly, and halfway through I flipped the tray because it wasn't browning properly. So I'm gonna take my and it's golden brown. Okay, so I'm gonna take a paring knife and loosen the sides. And remember how we buttered that really well. Okay. So I'm going to dust it with powdered sugar, a lot. And this is so I can actually roll it and it doesn't stick. So you want to do it deliberately. Okay, and keep going. Okay, so my mom actually turns it this way, but I'm going to do it this way because I like it a little bit skinnier pieces. It's kind of hot, so be careful. And plus, when we fill it with the Dulce De Leche, it's going to be pretty big. Maybe we should do it the way my mom says. Let's do it the way my mom says. Listen to mom. Okay, let's do it. And slowly, it's super hot right now. And you want to do it while it's warm. And it's going to keep their shape like this. So keep it like this for a little bit. Once it cools a little bit, dulce de leche inside. Okay? I'm gonna unroll it, and I'm gonna add a little bit of juice. And this is just pineapple juice. You can use. I just have like those pineapples in juice, and add a little bit of that. And you can add peach juice or whatever if you like. Maybe a nectar, that would be good too. Okay. So yesterday we were making churros, and my mom decided to make her own dulce de leche. And all she did was boil condensed milk for about 2 hours. I think it was more, 2.5 hours. And so see, this is the store-bought one. And see how darker it is? This is much lighter and much creamier. So if you have the time, go ahead. If you don't, it's fine too. Big dollop of manjar, and this is included. And make sure your manjar is room temperature. Do not put it in the fridge because it'll be really hard to spread. And be very light with this because it is very delicate. You do not want to tear it up. And I'm going to keep going lightly and spread it throughout. And this is going to take a whole can of manjar. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So lightly remove it from the parchment paper and start rolling. And be very gentle with this. It's very delicate cake. And it's really good. So keep going. I'm going to list all the measurements and the list of ingredients right in the description box so you don't have to find it. It's done, and I think instead of using 3/4 of a cup of flour, I'm going to use 1 cup because it's really light and I don't want you guys having trouble with it. My recipe is with 1 cup and it's foolproof. So I'm gonna keep it that way, and I really like my mom's manjar because it was really soft. So if you have the time to make it, go ahead. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Like Mommy's a Chef on your favorite media, and see you guys next time. Bye.